Hello everyone, and welcome to sunny Leeds, West Yorkshire, with me, Geek Boy Meta. I just wanted to, I'm not doing like a review or anything of Smackdown, because it was, well, one, I never get a chance to watch it early because I've got to be up with my lad first thing in the morning, and secondly, like, nothing really as such happened. Sami Zayn went over on Solo. It was a okay match, I guess. What else happened? Chelsea Green actually looked very good, to be fair, against Charlotte. I did quite enjoy that match, to be fair. The spot with the cake was quite obvious though, so but no, that was pretty decent. As for the rest of it, I couldn't actually tell you what happened, to be honest. Basically, the whole thing centered around four people. So Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, John Cena and Cody Rhodes, because basically starting the build for Clash to Paris. Now, separately to Cena and Logan, who ended up having a brawl backstage after the tag match, Drew did this like Claymore onto Rhodes, like directly into the announce table, and Cody's head actually went through. I mean, obviously it was a gimmick table, goes without saying, but it did look very, very gnarly, to be fair. And they did have sort of Drew foreshadowing holding the title, because obviously he's not held it for a very long time. I would assume that's a way of separating him, Cody, from Cena, and it's going to be nothing more than sort of a holdover program. I mean, I'm assuming the plan is for Drew and Cody to work the European dates that are coming up. European dates that are in this going to be in this beautiful city of Leeds, which I'm going to. Oh, by the way, cheap plug, I will be going to WWE Leeds on the 27th of August. So there'll be a live, hopefully, thing beforehand, where I basically take you around the arena. There'll be obviously a vlog, as there usually is, when I get time to edit it. I'll be doing live reaction when I get home as well. I'm actually taking my family to this one, wife and boy, but they're still refusing to be on my channel and looking like this. I don't really blame them, to be fair. Poor wife. So I'll be watching WWE Elite, and also I'll be at AEW Forbidden Door 3 days before that in London. Anyway, so they've basically moved Cody and Drew off into their own separate universe. So you'd imagine they're going to work a program maybe till Survivor Series or something like that. I don't know. Because obviously they now need something for Cody to do. Now he's come away from Cena, but that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. So, obviously it's been talked about to death already, but the Cena thing, I do find it very, very strange, this all of a sudden babyface turn. To be fair, it was done okay, but basically, if you follow the whole thing through, Cena turned because Cody Rhodes put him through a table, and that was enough for Cena to quote unquote wake himself up. And now they've had a match, they've earned each other respect, and now they are both friends and tag teaming with each other, after John Cena nearly killed Cody Rhodes with the help of Travis Scott and also The Rock, and made his life miserable. Now, I know this is wrestling, and obviously this sort of thing does happen with faces that then have enemies. I mean, it happens in Marvel too. Heroes clash and then they end up becoming friends, but obviously Cena was a heel. There's just something in the back of my mind, because obviously I think a lot of people wanted John to turn face, because obviously a lot of people like him, but also a lot of people were looking forward to Cena being heel all the way through and then maybe turning face on Raw the night after. And just the way it's happened, I mean, there's two things really. If that's the way it's ended for Cena to go back to face, I don't know, it just seems very, very clumsy. And also, you've got the whole Brock Lesnar thing. Now, Cena's only got 11 dates. You are now running out of time. And how many matches is John going to work? I don't think it's going to be any more than 4. I think there'll be 6 or 7 appearances. I mean, bearing in mind this now has to take us to December, and I mean, we're only on, what, is it August the 12th today? So you're talking that's better part of 4.5 months before they get to the TD Garden. So he's got a lot of stuff to work for. I mean, I think, I'm fairly sure that he's working on a movie. So obviously he will want to take time off of that. Maybe Lesnar injures him storyline wise, but then he's going to have one promo to set the whole thing up, one night on Smackdown where he takes a beating, and then presumably the night of match of champions, good grief, Clash in Paris even. So you're talking that's 4 days, perhaps. I mean, that's 7, and then presumably they'll have to have a blow-off thing, so maybe even down to 6 by this point. So you're down to 6 before, what, the start of September? So the only thing I can possibly think of is that Cena's going to suffer like a worked injury, and then he'll come back and just forget about Lesnar. But you'd imagine he's going to have to come back at Survivor Series, because Survivor Series is like mid-November, and then maybe that takes you through to his last 6 days. But he still hasn't worked Roman. I mean, does he need to work Roman? Probably not. Obviously, he's worked Cody, he's worked Randy, and he's worked Punk. I mean, those 3 were probably the main people. I would personally have liked to have seen him work Bron Breakker. Obviously, there's not really any point in doing Seth now, unless he's the one to take the belt off Seth and retire with it, and become an 18-time champion. But I mean, also as well, I'm quite disappointed if he doesn't face Joe Hendry, because they did tease that a lot and promote it. So I am still hopeful, and I think it would be a really, really good idea for WWE to do, because look, make no mistake about it, Joe Hendry is going to be a main man. That lad is a superstar already, and I'm very surprised he's not already working WWE. I mean, my dream thing for Cena to pass the torch would be for Joe Hendry to get the last match at the TD Garden in Boston, and then Cena basically says, this guy is now my replacement, and then Joe basically, I don't know, I mean, this is fantasy booking at this point. Joe basically says his goodbyes to TNA, pops in every now and again, because obviously they've got a working agreement, and then Hendry basically enters the Rumble and wins and gets a main event shot. Doesn't necessarily win the title, but then you're like, right, we've got a main man here now. So that's personally the way I would book it, because you always try to do favours for the lads and the girls on the way out, and building another star would seem to do that. I mean, does Roman need a win over Cena? No. Does Brock? Not really. Does Logan? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at all if Logan goes over, to be quite honest. After that, you look, I mean, I can't really think of anyone else there is, to be honest, who can go against Cena now. So, but yeah, in terms of who's going to face at the last minute, I don't know. I mean, the other thing that I do, and it wouldn't make any sort of logical sense, but I do wonder, is this whole good Cena thing a work within a work? So maybe he challenges Cody on the last night in Boston, then attacks him with a chair, and then wins the title and goes, haha, I was lying all the time. The only problem with that, it's fine, but why did you lose the title to him in the first place? That's just, I mean, was that part of your evil plan to get the belt off him so he felt secure? I can't see it being that now at this stage, because that just does not make any logical sense. But then again, this is pro wrestling, and in terms of logical sense, I refer you to the higher power. Kids, your mum and dad will tell you about it. Yeah, so yeah, everything's up in the air at the minute with all that. Don't really know where it's going to end, and are we just getting good guy Cena? I don't know. Let us know in the comments, guys. Yeah, good guy Cena or bad guy Cena? Who knows? Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. Like I said, I'm going to be in this beautiful city, my hometown. That's my really bad Yorkshire accent. For WWE Leeds. So just follow this channel on the 27th. of August. And also, as I say, I'm going to be at Forbidden Door in London. I'll probably be there about 2 or 3 in the afternoon, so I can do some live stuff before I go in the arena. Also, as well, I'm actually going to London next week on a family holiday, but I'm desperately trying to excuse myself from family duties for half a day, because I'm going to try and get to a couple of football grounds while I'm down there. Don't know where I'm going to get to, because we're actually staying sort of not in Greenwich, but Greenwichy area. So I might possibly, it might be West Ham, could be Tottenham, might be Arsenal, not too sure. But yeah, I'm going to try and do at least 1 live stadium tour, if not 2. And yeah, all that good stuff's coming up. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you all in this city in about 2 weeks' time. Bye bye.